It's covered in bad language and pictures of adorable sleeping animals. But enough about my apartment walls. Let's talk instead about the perfect children's bedtime book for parents. Adam Mansbach released Go the F to Sleep back in June, and it struck a chord, topping the New York Times advice book bestsellers list and Amazon sales ranking. He's been here with us all night. Let's give him a chance to sell yet more copies. Adam, where'd the idea for the book come? I know no one's ever asked you that, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Yeah.
It came from my daughter, who was 2 at the time that I wrote it and never fell asleep in less than 2 hours. So one day I sort of staggered out of her room, bleary-eyed, and went to Facebook, which is where I go sometimes, you know.
Sure.
And posted, be on the lookout for my forthcoming children's book, Go the to Sleep. They tell me they'll bleep that later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I was just kidding. But
Right.
as soon as I wrote that, I realized I'm a writer, and I know how to write that book.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear, for people who don't know the book, it's not a parent cursing at his kid.
No, it's not. There's sort of 2 things going on simultaneously in the book, in each verse, on each page. There's sort of the lovely lullaby-like verses that you would actually read to your kid, and then there's the internal monologue of the parent revealing what is actually going through one's mind when one is stuck in that room for 2 straight hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Does your daughter know that she inspired the book? Does
She knows that I wrote this book. She thinks it's called Go to Sleep. She knows that there's an illustration of her in it, which must be confusing for her, frankly. Like, I don't know how she processes the fact that there's this book with a picture of her in it. But, you know, she's 3, so.
Well, basically, you have to she can never be allowed to learn how to read.
Yeah. That was my plan all along.
Yeah.
You know, because the liberal media is constantly trying to mislead kids.
Absolutely.
You can read.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
Is,
you don't want to be indoctrinated like that.
Exactly.
Do you have the book is composed like you said, it's 14 4-line verses. Do you have a particular favorite?
I do. Would you like me to read it?
Please.
Okay. Let me find it. I think this is probably my favorite here.
Go.
The eagles who soar. I'm going to read it to you as if you were 3, if that's all right.
I'm used to that. I usually have to pay for that.
You owe me a check, by the way.
I mean, this isn't free. Don't.
But okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The eagles who soar through the sky are at rest, and the creatures who run, crawl, and creep. I know you're not thirsty. That's bull. Stop lying. Lie the down, my darling, and sleep.
My favorite is the owls fly forth from the treetop. Through the air they soar and they sweep. A hot crimson rage fills my heart, love. For real, shut the up and sleep. That one just killed it. Any plans to write a sequel?
You know, at the moment, I'm trying to avoid being that guy who crassly cashes in on a good thing and writes a dumber, less funny sequel.
Right.
But I'm sure that'll change, you know, in 6 months when the money runs out.
Do you ever take crap for people from the book? And if so, do you tell them to go the to hell?
You know, luckily the fans of the book are vigilant in defending it against morons. You know, people say things like, I would never read this book to a child. And it's like, yeah, no kidding. It says on the back of the book.
Right.
See right there where it says you probably should not read this to children.
Yeah.
We were ahead of the curve on that one.
Yeah. I just want to mention quickly before we got to go, you've actually written 2 other books that have been incredibly well received by the critics. Angry Black White Boy and The End of the Jews, which I think you ripped that title off from one of the pamphlets that I put out in my basement. And so we're gonna.
I was a big fan of that pamphlet.
We need to talk after the show.
I'd like to assure your audience that I am Jewish.
Yes, and so am I.
Yeah.
So I can do
Shake
that.
on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely. We're on TV, of course. We're Jewish.
We didn't do the secret. We didn't do the secret handshake though.
No. You can't do the secret.
Can't do the secret handshake.
All right. The book is Go the to Sleep by Adam Mansbach. It's available now. We'll close things out with a special goodbye to someone and possibly the post-game wrap-up from Mike Baker. And to see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. So we wanted to do something a little different at the end of the show tonight. Today was the last day for our summer intern. We thought we'd bring him on set to talk about his experience. First of all, intern, what's your name?
Well, we sit this close next to each other every day, but we have the same name also. It's Andrew. Andrew Dimber.
Okay, no, that's great. So intern, did you have a good summer?
Yeah, I had a great summer. This was the best summer of my life, honestly, thanks to you guys and the Red Eye staff. And thanks for making this experience memorable.
Absolutely. Look, I know it was an honor and a pleasure to work with me. What was it like working with Greg and Bill?
Greg's great. You know, he's a great writer. He's quick on his feet. I loved working for him. And Bill, you know.
I think you meant Andy.
No, Greg. And Bill.
I think you meant Andy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Bill. I don't know what to say about Bill, but no, he's a great guy. I love all you guys, and you know, thanks.
Not acceptable.
What did you learn this summer? Anything that surprised you?
Well, I learned that I wasn't good enough to intern for Hannity, so. But no, I learned about behind the scenes, cutting videos. Mike helped me out a lot, and Nicole and Kate and Zach and everybody in Ben. Well, they know who they are.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it was great, and I learned a lot that I could take all this experience back with me too.
And you learned how to sabotage Hannity's studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. Non-question. You go to University of Miami. What do you think about the football scandal going on there?
It's tough. Really, honestly, it's tough.
Yep.
But
that's all we have time for. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Very special thanks to Mike Baker, Patty Ann Brown, Bill Schultz, Adam Mansbach, and Dan Soder. That does it for me. I'm TV's Andy Lee. We'll see you next time. Bye.